Welcome back to the Skill Breakdown series, where we take a look at all the skills and their different variations. All gear affecting the skills has been removed, as well as making sure no skill mods are active. This way you only see what the base skill has to offer without worrying about your skill power. In this episode, we'll be diving into the Chem Launcher, which has 4 variations: Reinforcer, Firestarter, Riot Foam, and Oxidizer. As I talk, I will have gameplay examples running on the screen, clearly labeled so that you can tell exactly what you're looking at. I ran through a hard difficulty mission and swapped variations along the way. Toward the end of this video, I will have a small clip of the Oxidizer Chem Launcher paired with skill power and mods to show just how different skills with and without mods are. Reinforcer. The Reinforcer Chem Launcher will repair armor of anyone inside the cloud. It has 3 ammo, an ammo cooldown of 20 seconds, a cloud radius of 2 meters, a cloud duration of 5 seconds, and will repair 50,533 HP. Firestarter. The Firestarter Chem Launcher creates a cloud of explosive gas that can be lit by gunfire or explosives. It has 2 ammo, an ammo cooldown of 30 seconds, cloud radius of 2.5 meters, a cloud duration of 20 seconds, and deals 88,432 damage. Riot Foam. The Riot Foam Chem Launcher fires a batch of sticky foam that will ensnare an enemy, immobilizing them. It has 1 ammo, an ammo cooldown of 30 seconds, a cloud radius of 1.5 meters, the ensnare effect lasts for 3 seconds, and the foam has a health of 45,658 HP. Oxidizer. The Oxidizer Chem Launcher fires a cloud of gas that damages enemies and enemy skills over time. It has 1 ammo, an ammo cooldown of 30 seconds, a cloud radius of 3 meters, a cloud duration of 5 seconds, and will deal 18,950 damage per tick. Out of the 4 versions, I feel the Riot Foam was my least favorite. Although it's a CC ability, I just don't see it being worth running. A majority of the time, I feel CC is not necessary for the content that I play. Maybe in heroic difficulty, where the enemies hit like trucks and they eat your bullets like they're Skittles, it might have a place. But on challenging, I feel you're better off taking a damage or healing ability. It has a small radius that I was only able to ensnare 1 enemy in. If I could ensnare large groups of enemies, then possibly it would have a little more functionality. But as it is, I'll continue to pass on this skill. Next in line is the Firestarter. I'm also not a fan of this one. It's better than the Riot Foam in my opinion, because it does provide a small amount of CC due to the burning effect, and it does deal damage. Where I feel this skill is held back is the fact that it must be ignited to apply the burn and deal the damage. It can be ignited by enemies also, but oftentimes will just run out of the gas before it can explode, resulting in a wasted shot, and I hate wasting a cooldown with no results. If it was instantaneous like the Oxidizer, I think this would move up and become one of my favorite damage dealing abilities. But as it is now, I just don't see myself using it very often. The next 2 I personally put on the same tier, but I'll start with the Oxidizer because I feel many people would rather have the sustain of the Reinforcer on their builds. The Oxidizer is an excellent damage dealing ability on a relatively short cooldown like all the Chem Launchers. It works great for pushing enemies out of cover and forcing them to either take damage from the cloud or peek up only to get melted by your weapon. You do not have to shoot it over cover, you just shoot it directly into the front side of whatever the enemies are hiding behind, and it'll begin working its magic. The damage ticks are relatively fast, so if they don't move, it has the potential to deal a fair amount of damage pretty quickly. As you will see in the bonus clip at the end, this variation gets exponentially better when stacked with mods, especially the extra ammo mod. Next up is one of the strongest abilities in the game, and that's the Reinforcer Chem Launcher. This works great to keep from needing to conserve armor kits and effectively replaces the need for them altogether. In its base form, it has 3 ammo on, I believe, the shortest cooldown in the game. In a pinch, you can drop all 3 on top of yourself and tank a bit of damage, or heal back to full health insanely fast. If you find yourself struggling to survive, this skill is sure to remedy the problem and have you blowing through the missions like a breeze. My last talking point is the modded Chem Launcher. I have one mod that adds 6 extra ammo to whichever variation you're running. This makes your heals absolutely insane, and it makes the Oxidizer that much more deadly. The Oxidizer is my favorite way to handle the robot sniper dogs that accompany the Black Tusk. Damage stacks with each cloud, so if you can get a stationary enemy or drop a couple clouds where enemies are about to enter, you can effectively kill them all before they even have a chance to fire a shot. I had heard for a while now that stacking any skill power is pointless and you're better off to build for pure damage. And I have to say that after testing, I disagree with this point completely. Sure, your DPS might be lower, I haven't really tried to calculate it, but I feel that even when you're using damage-based skills, you're able to keep your head down much better while still dishing out plenty of damage, which adds much more survivability without needing to stack extra armor. The moral of this story here is that if you have written off skill builds, much like I did for a while, give it a try, and you might be surprised. Sure, it might not be everybody's playstyle, and you might not enjoy it, but I personally have had a blast doing it this way, and I would suggest giving it a try. If you're still here, thank you for watching the video to the end. I appreciate that. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more videos like it. Next week we're going to be going into the Firefly skill. Until then, have fun guys.